Yeah, can you see us?
Yes, we can see you. So if you can see us.
You guys are black, actually.
Yeah. Wow.
No, we're not.
We moeten even zitten zo doen, want wij zijn
Yeah, as long as our heads are not okay.
Maar ik kan niet zien dat we nu in het beeld zitten. Zo.
It's okay, I feel the same way.
Yeah,
hey.
We couldn't see us.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Do you see us?
I'm fierce if you could see us.
heel de tijd. Je vindt dat wel zo, ja, ik weet.
Alright, so we're all in. How are you guys? First of all, because it's very early at your place.
Yeah. Okay, so we have class in like 45 minutes.
No,
less
less than that.
So the hangout can't last for an hour.
You have class in an hour?
I believe that the hangouts have to be an hour, right?
Oh, it was longer, so we were hoping this one could be shorter. Otherwise, we have to reschedule this because we have class in 40 minutes, so we can't.
And scheduling it might be hard because we all have different schedules.
Yeah.
Almost 1.5 hours.
Yeah, I think
So
it's
I think
alright.
it will be okay.
We were just gonna tell Hans that daylight savings time kind of messed us up, and since their other one was longer, I think he's not gonna have a problem with it.
And it was
I
like,
think it's
2 hours.
That's alright.
So,
Are
let's
you
talk
guys
about
okay?
diabetes.
are you guys okay with that though? If we have to end it before 9 o'clock, or
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
maybe
Longer. We don't have that
2
long.
minutes.
Just kidding. Okay.
So diabetes.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so how will we start? Shall we do this?
Well, what did you guys do since we last talked?
Well, we did a little bit of study on how diabetes is treated here in the country and something about the cost, because I think that's the main differences between America and Holland. That the cost, I think that's the biggest thing about diabetes and treatment of diabetes. So I think we can talk about that. Did you use the worksheet that is in the assignment?
We don't have a worksheet.
Okay, that's fine. We didn't work with it that much.
Okay, what did it like? What did it guide you to do?
It says that we have to talk about 4 points, and the first point is what is the cultural context within the case study? Role of families, social norms, values, taboos, etc.
Okay, that's easy.
What did you do? Mara?
Well, I mean, I have diabetes.
Yeah, you know a lot.
We all know what we need. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and not
You need to
talk the whole
research
time and
everything.
let them talk. So,
We just kind of talk out loud.
So, the cultural context here in Holland. So, shall we tell a little bit what it is like when you have diabetes in Holland?
Yeah.
Because from the first video we talked about how it is to have diabetes in America, so I think we know a little bit about that.
yeah. I want to know what Holland's like.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can talk a little bit. My father has diabetes. He has a very rare form of diabetes. It's called LADA, which when you get it, it seems like it's diabetes type 2. But once you have it, it progresses slowly, and then it's actually a type 1 type.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never heard of
Did you hear the things I told? I can't hear you very well.
it. Independent type 2,
Are you
always going to be type 2.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. But so all of your costs are covered though, correct?
Yeah, how are his finances stuff with living in Holland?
Core 385, what we call own risk. You have to pay that as a maximum. The other costs will be covered by insurance.
Oh, so you have like a deductible. We call it a deductible, where you have to reach a certain amount of money and then insurance covers it.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's only a very little amount. It's a little less than 400 a year. It's very little.
Mine's 3,600, and mine's small compared to a lot of people.
Yeah. So that's in Holland. That's very low. The cost of the diabetes.
Yeah.
Way
And
high in America.
once you reach 400, does it cover everything?
You have to pay like a monthly fee for your insurance, and that's about 120 euros a month, which you pay for your insurance.
Okay. Yeah, we pay like $1,000 or $2,000 a month just for the insurance.
3,000 euros a month just for the insurance. Of dollars. Yeah, dollars you live in.
I pay $1,000 or $2,000 a month, and then I had to reach my deductible. And then once I reach my deductible, they cover 80%, but I have to still pay 20%.
I think that's a lot, and I think that's the main differences between our countries.
Yeah, so I ended up paying $10,000 more a year than an average person.
Does it feel like a punishment, like almost like a punishment? Like you have a disease, you can do nothing about the disease. You just got it, and now you have to pay so much money for a disease you can do nothing about.
I guess I don't really consider it a punishment. I probably could if I wanted to, but I'm like pretty positive
Sad,
about it.
outlook to have on your life.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do to change it, so it's just kind of like filling up your car with gas. Like you just have to do it. You don't really think about how much it costs. Sometimes it just happens. Like you have to.
I kind of thought maybe you could mention how, I mean, we're starting to change it here, but in the United States, I don't feel like there's a lot of work done to prevent diabetes, or at least type 2, whereas it's kind of just trying to keep up with it instead of prevent it. It's like secondary care. Like, well, the problem already happened, so let's just keep dealing with the problem instead of trying to fix it. I feel like this is kind of bad at that.
Advocacy for you guys either on why it should be covered more by insurance. It's like not like contact where you don't really get it. Like,
You're talking very quiet.
Sorry.
Really very well. Sometimes the laptops just what do you call it? The internet.
Oh yeah, they keep cutting out.
Yeah, you guys
You
can.
yes, I don't know how to say it. It's stuck. It's stuck. I don't know how to say it in English. Oh, it's stuck.
Yeah, that's
And the sometimes stuck, and you cannot talk. Then I don't hear everything what you just said.
Would you say that diabetes is hugely prevalent in the hospitals there?
Problem?
Or that a lot of people have diabetes when you go to hospitals?
Yeah.
My parents
All the time.
And what do you guys do for them as nurses?
What did you say? Can you repeat?
When you have a diabetic patient in the hospital, what do you guys do?
Yeah, it's different.
Usually just
4 times a day checking glucose levels in the blood. 3 times insulin or tablets. Depends on what type and
where? In the hospital. She has in the hospital.
Like, do you guys do education or special meals or?
yes. Sugar-free.
Sugar-free.
No
That
carbs,
sort of stuff. Yeah.
I don't think like when it's a patient who's not new with diabetes, I think that and the patient knows for himself really well what to do with his diabetes, how it's in control, and which time he needs his insulin or his tablets. Then we just ask the patient, but how do you do it at home? And then we try to repeat that same rhythm in the hospital. I don't know, how's that in your hospital if you stay in hospital?
That's,
I don't know what
I
she
didn't
said.
hear.
How do you prepare for diabetic patient?
I think how you just said that if it's not a new diagnosis, they normally manage it pretty well on their own. From the experiences I've had in the hospital, they generally aren't managing it very well on their own when they come in. A lot of the times it's out of control. It seems to be a lot of the patients I've gotten is they're hospitalized for problems related to it because their blood sugar is not controlled. And so they have to do a lot of medication. Oh, you're fine.
Like yesterday, I know you mentioned that you look us about 4 times a day. The patient I had, she was in ICU, so I had to check the blood sugar hourly. We had to kind of titrate the drip because he's in the. What?
Titrate probably is a really word.
You know what titrate means?
Sorry? Sorry. I did not get the question. Can you repeat it again?
Do you know what titrate means? Or just.
Do you mean two types?
Say it closer.
So when she was in the ICU, like the intensive care unit, so the patients are more critical. And so when she has a diabetic patient, she has to check blood sugars hourly and then adjust the insulin like more often.
Because it's IV insulin.
I stuck again. You were stuck again. We have
We also have that when patients are critical.
But do they check them every hour?
Not very similar.
I feel like the care is going to be similar because, I mean, it's a person and you have to meet their needs.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you are, I'm sure the care is similar. I think how the country goes about it is going to be different. So the insurance and advocacy and that kind of stuff.
Is there any sort of like taboo in the hospital for diabetic patients for you guys?
No.
Not at all.
Rare. No, it's
I think it's the most.
yeah. Here in diabetes is everywhere.
I think when you have a hallway of 15 patients, I think at least 5 people have diabetes.
Yes.
I think
It's just so common that it doesn't really.
due to our eating pattern and due to that a lot of people are more overweight, obese. A lot of people in our country have diabetes type 2. I don't know, is you have the same system, type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes?
Yeah, so they're classified the same, and we do have a lot of both, but especially from the overeating. Type 2. That's not how you get type 1.
That's type 2, we call it type 2. I think we have a lot of patients with type 2 diabetes. I think you see it a lot, it's a common thing here in Holland. It's not rare, I don't think there's a taboo on it or something.
No.
I think it's almost too normal, you can say.
Yeah, or people don't really take care of it because they think it's almost accepted that they're going to get it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Say?
The difference is how it affects the individual.
Yeah. But I think that's where patient in the difference. Yeah. It's
I think the
perfect.
difference is how it affects just like almost the family, the cost of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How-
There in Holland, all covers by the insurance, so the costs are not a problem here in Holland.
It doesn't affect
It doesn't. It
Everyone
doesn't.
has to buy their own insurance in Holland, or how does that work? Because what if you can't afford your $400 or whatever?
Everyone has their own insurance.
Yes,
And there are levels in the insurance. So when you have diabetes, you have a higher level because then then
covers
it
more.
covers
You have
more.
two types of insurance here in Holland. You have the base. Every Dutch citizen has to have the basic insurance, and then you have the extra insurance for if you are very sick or have cancer like that.
Or special needs.
Special needs.
But I think in Holland, everyone is obligated by the law to have an insurance. You cannot have not an insurance. It's not a thing in Holland.
And if you can't afford it, you have something called Yeah, we call it zorgtoeslag.
It's an allowance. You get money to pay your insurance.
From the government.
Do they get fined for not having insurance?
No, they haven't. They'll give you money to pay for
Same
it.
as ours. You want to tell them about ours?
If you're always excited if you don't have it, you get fined.
So ours is the same, so everyone has to have it. It sounds like it's more expensive than yours, but you still have to have it by law, otherwise you get really steep fines.
Actually, some
Yeah.
people, the fine is less expensive than the
Yeah,
insurance.
I
Some people
It's
choose to get
so
fined.
steep, though.
I have friends that don't have insurance because the fine they get is
Not,
Yeah.
not
for the insurance. involved.
Some people
I
choose to be fined.
get a fine here in Holland if you don't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a fine. Yeah, but I think.
Also can,
Sorry. She can, if you go to the hospital, for example, without an insurance in a country, then you have to pay for all the costs you make.
Okay.
So, for example, that's the thing. But I don't know. I think everyone has an insurance in Holland. I don't think not no one. I think everyone has it.
Yeah, there are some people that have an insurance, but that is very rare. It's not normal.
Yeah, I'd say it's rare here too, but
I don't want people without insurance. Really? Yeah.
I feel like it's more common for lower income too. Like
Well,
Well, and it's changing the whole thing. So our last president incorporated a new healthcare plan that mandated everybody to have insurance, but a new president's kind of repealing that and changing it.
Yeah, Obamacare. You heard
Yeah.
about it.
Yay!
they're all laughing.
So,
Oh, Trump is very
Very famous.
very famous in Holland also. So,
America first, Holland second.
He's very famous in our country too, but it's
not
very controversial.
I don't believe it. We just had elections, and by us, the populist, we also have a populistic leader, a little bit like Trump, but he didn't win the election, so we are very happy.
he was second.
He was second, so we are very happy. But yeah,
You are.
Denise wants a Trump in Holland.
Builders.
No, but I think it's a good thing. Obamacare was a good thing. I think that was the point where we were going from. Obamacare is a good thing, but I think.
So hoe zeg je dat? Hebben jullie door dat het nu weer vanaf verandert?
Do you notice that
changing.
it changes back?
Wait one sec.
Do you notice that Obamacare is already in like that it changes, and now Trump has power in the country?
But he's trying. But some of the downfalls of Obamacare, while it made more people get health insurance, because people that couldn't afford it are now getting it. The people that were able to afford it before no longer can, because they're paying for more people's insurance. So like middle class pay way more. It's like quadrupled what they pay.
Okay.
Kind of the downfall of Obamacare is if you are paying for your insurance, you're paying a lot more.
How long, can you guys, as students, do you pay for your own health insurance or on your family's?
On our when you turn 18, you have to pay your own insurance. Yes.
Below 18, you don't have to pay anything for under 18.
For
When
us,
you're with your
until we're 26, so I can stay on my parents until I turn 26. They're trying to change it. I'm
again.
pretty sure
Yeah.
lower, but I think, right? I don't know. But as of now, it's until you're 26.
Which is nice, because I mean, if you're going through school, you have one less thing to worry about.
costs in your country for insurance are way higher than in our country, so it's a little bit more understandable. Yeah. I said it was a little bit more understandable that because the costs are higher in your country, that you can stay on your parents' insurance for a longer time. In our country, our costs are not that high, and as a student, you also get the allowance to pay for your insurance, so it's only like 20, 30 euros you have to pay.
Okay. How do you think it was like How is it having a diabetic in your family?
Denise, I would like to tell something about that.
I don't really, yeah, I'm used to it. It was, yeah,
Does it
my
affect you?
parents have it now for, I think, almost 4 years. And it's due to disease, other disease. My dad was, he almost died a few years ago, and that's when they found out he had diabetes type 2. So we learned it in the hospital, and now it's, yeah, normal. They take a tablet every day, and they are doing great. So it's, yeah, I don't think it's much different than, yeah,
Or manage it.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
More people.
yeah,
My father,
yeah.
yeah.
My grandma has it, but my grandma is, hoe zeg je dat? Niet therapietrouw.
Her grandmother is
She
not
doesn't
faithful
take
to therapy,
Yeah.
so she does take her tablets, does take her insulin.
She eats a lot sugar and yeah, she's gonna die of it. I'm
And how-
sure of it.
How old is your
Yes,
grandmother?
My grandmother is 71, so is not that old, but she is
Stubborn.
Stubborn, yeah. Yeah.
You have stubborn patients in America, or?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Lots
Yep.
of
So that's common.
that they need to eat better, and some of them aren't as willing to hear it or make the lifestyle change.
They don't want it, yeah.
Are they denying it, or are they not willing to?
I think it would be a little bit of both. I mean, the ones that are frequent flyers at the hospital, they know they've gotten the education and they just aren't willing, I feel like, to really commit to the lifestyle change. But I'm sure there's plenty of people in America that truly don't have the education or resources that they need as well. But the ones that we see in the hospital, generally they just don't commit to that.
Well, like I met a guy, I was out working somewhere, and he's a bigger guy with type 2 diabetes. He was talking about how he was gonna have to get his leg amputated soon, and it didn't faze him. He didn't really care to make the diet change or any sort of changes to prevent this. He would rather just keep his lifestyle and then lose his leg. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Of he'd rather lose a leg than just change his lifestyle, because that was not what I would pick for myself.
But at that
No.
point, you can't do anything either.
It's too
That's
late.
true. But I mean, it's just like you could tell this wasn't a new thing, the lack of motivation.
Yeah, it's hard to say as a healthcare professional if they don't have
Yes.
motivation, because they do have to do something every day
It
to stay
is a big
alive.
change.
And that though they're not doing enough to make it where his leg is being amputated, he's still doing enough to stay alive.
Mhm.
So he is doing something every day.
Do you guys ever come across patients that can't afford their supplies, so they're like reusing their needles, or they're not taking their insulin as much as they should because they have to try and make it last a certain amount of time? So they start like skipping doses or anything like that?
Not because of
Not-
the money, but
yeah.
I've seen it, that they use the same needles.
Yeah, but that's only, I think that's
Just
just,
because it's easy.
I think just because it's easy.
2 years ago.
But it's not because they can't afford the insulin or they can't afford new needles, because that's all supplied by our caregivers, by our insurance. It's all given to us, so it's not anything that you see here.
I feel like that's just such like the biggest difference is people where you live don't have to concern themselves with the cost of the disease at all. Like what?
That's the main thing.
No, even the 400 euros we have to pay here, it's already stopping a lot of people to go and seek healthcare. It's becoming a new issue in the country, but then I hear your stories and I think, well, we don't have to worry about anything. But
Yeah, why we're complaining?
but we are very
Don't
complaining.
you?
What did you
You
say?
pay more taxes and stuff, don't you? So you're still paying for it. You're just not paying for it in the same ways.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too. But
Ja, wegenbelasting en zo hebben ze daar niet.
yeah, I think we pay a lot of taxes through alcohol, cigarettes. We pay A lot of cigarettes and alcohol are very expensive in our country due to taxes. For our cars, we have also a tax. So when you own a car, you have to pay tax.
Oh.
Yeah. Road tax.
Road tax, yeah.
It's called road tax. And we are Google Translate. And then we also pay tax through our employees. So when you are working, you pay tax also. So you pay tax in a lot of different ways to our country.
What are the wages like? What does a nurse make?
It depends a little bit on what kind of nurse you are and how much you work. Because in Holland, you can work 40 hours or 24, or that's really a difference. But when I worked as a nurse, I already worked as a nurse.
I think if you work full time, it's
1800.
25
Yeah,
full time.
Nee,
40 hours.
ik vind 21. 2100 denk ik.
I think 2100, between 2,000 and 3,000 euros. I
How
think.
often do you make that? A year?
A
One
month.
month? A week?
A month.
A year.
A year. That would not be good.
I was like, oh, euros though.
3,000 euros a month, I think.
Like $4,000 a month.
So that would equivalent to like $4,000 a month, right?
Ja, dat is, ja.
And in your country?
How much do we make in our country? I'm talking
I know
a
it
lot,
by,
so-
I feel like I know it by a year, like, some nurses can start at like 2,000.
It's like
You make
Colin
20.
says 2,000. This is
$33 an hour.
So $30 an hour.
What's that?
Oh, it looks like we make the same.
What do you say?
I couldn't. And
They make 2,000. I only know ours by like a year. I don't know what it's like a month.
What's when you go by the hour?
I don't know
Still
what an
there?
hour either.
Je doet het hetzelfde. It's almost the same in Holland. Then
Okay.
Yep.
So we
There.
can't say the reason why. They make the same, basically.
How long are your shifts?
Either 8 hours or 12 hours if you work in a hospital, usually. If you work in the clinic or a home care, it can be different.
Whoa,
well,
12 hours.
What do you guys
People like
work?
12-hour shifts here.
Yeah, I'd rather work at 12.
You can
Oh,
work
day.
more than 8 hours a day.
no, we can work more hours than 8 hours a day. And it has to be like
7
7 hours
Hours
between
between
your
shifts.
shifts. So before you can start a new shift, you have to have like 7 hours of rest before you can start a new one.
So back to our presentation though. So we have like 15 minutes left. Do we want to plan what we're gonna say in our presentation?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yes. What will it?
Yes, maybe we can do an inleiding, an introduction about diabetes and maybe some how you experience diabetes in your country, and how we experience diabetes in our country, something like that.
Yeah, and you guys have to talk in Dutch and we have to talk in English, right?
Yeah. I don't really get that thing.
I think
Description, explanation of the differences and similarities.
our presentation in
So
English.
we have a list of the things we need. Crystal's gonna read it off.
So pretty much we have to do an introduction, describe our case study, so that'd just be, I guess it'd probably be sharing your story since that was our case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
then
I'll share my story.
from there, we just explain the similarities and the differences between the United States and the Netherlands. And then in Dutch, we speak in English.
Maybe you can do the case study.
Yeah.
And then we do the differences between our countries. Maybe that's a good divider.
Yeah, or so do you guys want to do like the introduction, and then we do the case study, and then you talk about what it's like in the Netherlands or in Holland, and we'll talk about what it's like in the States. Or you can say back and forth. Would that be easier?
What do you say last?
You want to move? Me? Us? Whatever. So do you want to do the introduction to the project, and then I can share our case study, and then you say what it's like in Holland, and then we say what it's like in America?
Yeah,
It's okay.
that's a good thing. And then we do a conclusion. What's our conclusion tonight? I wonder. What did we conclude out of our conversations?
We
And
can
then it's very different than in.
we can say like that it's prevalent in both countries, but say the main difference is money. It's prevalent in both areas. They need care, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's maximum 15 minutes, so.
Yeah, it can't be any more than 15 minutes, so it's pretty short.
It's very short.
I believe in our thing it says it can only be no longer than 10, so
Okay,
No longer than 10.
so no,
no longer
10. There you go.
than 10 minutes, but I don't, that's not, we can
15
do that.
minutes is okay.
We can do it in 10. That's fine.
We can also do 10, I think we don't really have that much.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions before we part ways?
Did you guys had any date in mind
For
for
the
the
next
presentation? For the next one?
Because we noticed that it's hard to communicate because emails don't get to us, emails don't get to you, and it's always a struggle to connect. So I thought maybe we can set a date now so that we can that it's all planned out.
Or we can do a group WhatsApp.
Or can you send us maybe one phone number or something so we can WhatsApp? So that's maybe easier than email.
Yeah. Whatever, or you can add us on Facebook or something. Our names are on here.
Yeah, it's good also. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Maybe better.
How about this time, same time next week? Does that work?
No, we have
Test.
Tests next week.
ik moet werken.
We have tests, so that's a problem. Exams, yes.
We can do it
Maybe
Like
weekends from now. Yeah, 2 weeks of tests. Maybe we can search you on Facebook and then communicate because I think that's easier. I
okay.
think that's. And we don't do it through the email because I think that's better.
Yeah, keep sending up in the trash.
Yeah, it's like so weird because emails don't get to us, and then you say, "Oh, I've emailed you," and then we are like, "But we didn't get nothing," and then it's annoying. So people. Denise is going to add Paige Clement. Yes, she already sent an invitation.
I didn't see it.
Maybe from Holland to America, it's a long distance. That it's
Go to space.
Denise just said that she's got an email for you a week after you sent it.
Okay.
So we communicate on Facebook, and then we will
And
set
then
on
we,
the dates
yeah.
for the last presentation.
Yeah.
And we
Oh, yeah.
like the things we will say. Is that a good thing?
This is my profile, so you know what to look for.
Yeah. Pretty good. Nice picture.
Thanks. That's better.
Can you send us the link from this video?
Can you send us the link afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Have a nice day.